Welcome to This Explainer. If you're standing right at the edge of the cybersecurity industry looking in, it can honestly feel an awful lot like standing at the base of a massive mountain. It's a thrilling, high-stakes quest, and breaking into this field is incredibly exciting. But let's be real, it can also feel completely overwhelming. There's just so much to learn, so many different paths you could take, and you might be wondering, where exactly am I supposed to actually begin? Well, today, we're charting the map for your very first major conquest.
Okay, let's dive into this. If you are truly ready to launch that career, there is one specific key that reliably unlocks those initial industry doors for you, even if you don't have years of prior experience under your belt. And that key? It's the CompTIA Security Plus SY0-701 certification. We're going to break down exactly what this exam is, how it's structured, and most importantly, how you can strategically conquer it. Consider this our master checklist for the journey. We'll start with 1. Your cybersecurity foundation. 2. The SY0-701 exam blueprint. 3. The 5 security domains. 4. Mastering the question types. And finally, 5. Strategies for exam success. Let's get to it. All right, Section 1, your cybersecurity foundation, and validating those crucial baseline skills. Listen, the cybersecurity industry is absolutely booming right now, but employers need a reliable way to verify that you actually understand the core concepts before they just hand you the keys to their networks, right? Now notice that official release date, November 7, 2023. The SY0-701 is the current active iteration of the Security Plus exam. It is universally recognized as the foundational certification, basically your golden ticket entry point for cybersecurity roles. But here is an absolutely crucial study principle you have to remember. Exam versions change over time to keep up with the evolving threat landscape. You must always ensure that the study materials, the textbooks, and the practice exams you use specifically target the SY0-701 objectives. If you accidentally study for an older version, well, you'll be preparing for yesterday's war. So the crucial point here is just how much heavy lifting this single certification does for your career. It acts as your bedrock. By passing this exam, you don't just demonstrate baseline knowledge, you officially qualify for security-related positions. It proves, beyond a shadow of a doubt, to hiring managers that you have the practical knowledge to actually secure networks and devices. Plus, it builds a rock-solid foundation for when you want to pursue more advanced certifications down the line. And critically, it meets strict employment requirements for countless organizations worldwide. It's a real game changer. Moving right along to Section 2, the SY0-701 exam blueprint. Let's look at the actual rules of the game. First up, the clock. You have exactly 90 minutes. That's an hour and a half to prove your skills, stay cool under pressure, and navigate literally everything they throw at you. Boom. And in those 90 minutes, you're going to face a maximum of 90 questions. That means, on average, you have about a single minute per question. Time management isn't just a casual suggestion here, it is a vital survival skill. Boom. And here is your ultimate target, 750. The exam is scored on a weird little range between 100 and 900. You don't need a perfect score, but you do need to hit that 750 mark to win the game and walk away certified. Section 3, the 5 security domains. Time to map out your territories. And this brilliantly illustrates how CompTIA actually breaks the SY0-701 down into 5 specific slices. We've got Domain 1, General Security Concepts, coming in at 12%. Domain 2, Threats, Vulnerabilities and Mitigations at 22%. Domain 3, Security Architecture at 18%. And Domain 5, Security Program Management and Oversight at 20%. But wow, look at that massive slice for Domain 4 Security Operations. It takes up a whopping 28% of the entire exam. That is for sure your heaviest hitter. Because Domain 4 is the largest slice of the pie, let's zero in on it. Security Operations is really all about the day-to-day battle on the front lines. This domain requires you to deeply understand how to monitor systems for malicious activity, how to conduct incident response when a breach inevitably happens, and how to run investigations. It also extensively covers operational security procedures and the critical, everyday activities surrounding identity and access management. This isn't just high-level theory. This is what security analysts are doing every single day. All right, Section 4, Mastering the Question Types. Let's talk about the adversaries you will actually face. So you're going to face 2 main types of questions. On the left, we've got the traditional multiple-choice questions. These test your concept recognition and decision-making by asking you to interpret a scenario and just select the best answer from a list. But on the right, we have the dreaded performance-based questions, or PBQs. Think of these as the boss fights.
They are often presented right at the beginning of the exam, and they require active problem solving. We're talking drag and drop configuration activities, matching, sorting, and full-on scenario simulations. You absolutely cannot memorize your way through a PBQ. You have to actively apply your knowledge to analyze the situation and actually perform the task.
Section 5. Strategies for exam success. Here is your ultimate battle plan. Let's move to this and see how it builds a foolproof preparation plan based on 4 pillars. Step 1. Use the official exam objectives as your literal printed-out checklist. If you can explain and apply every single objective on that list, you are ready. Step 2. Use multiple learning methods. Don't just stubbornly read a book. Combine video learning, reading, and self-assessment, because each method reinforces your understanding in a totally different way. Step 3. Gain practical experience. Go configure systems, explore security tools in a safe, sandboxed environment. And Step 4, use practice questions to identify your weak areas and, crucially, to improve that 90-minute time management we talked about earlier.
Now, depending on your personal learning style, there are a few recommended study approaches you can take. Option A is to study sequentially, literally reading through domains 1 to 5 in order. That's fantastic for absolute beginners building up from ground zero. Option B is to go objective by objective, which is perfect for targeted review when you're just polishing up your weak spots before test day. But option C? That's the gold standard. When you combine the domains with practical, hands-on labs and practice exams, you achieve the absolute strongest retention. Getting your hands dirty with real system configuration is what actually makes these abstract concepts stick. So, bringing it all together, remember this core philosophy. Memorizing definitions will not save you in the field, and honestly, it probably won't get you past those performance-based questions either. Your true goal here is to develop a practical security mindset. Focus heavily on real-world application, practice interpreting those scenarios really carefully, and use the official objectives as your constant guide. The SY0-701 is definitely a challenge, no doubt about it, but with the right map and the right preparation, it is entirely within your reach. So, what do you think? Are you ready to step up, conquer those objectives, and actually start thinking like a true security professional? If you found this breakdown helpful and you want to continue mastering complex IT topics with clear, structured insights, hit that follow button for more educational explainers. We've got plenty more territories to explore together. See you next time.